Hey everyone, Tony Mello, Mello Properties team. Hope you're all doing well. Read this post, and I wasn't going to do it just because I really don't have a whole lot of time, but felt it's important enough that it would be something that I want to make a quick video, hopefully, just addressing a few things that I'd like for people to know and understand. So I'm going to read this verbatim just so that to make sure I understand what it is this person's saying. Again, I already read it once, but I want to make sure I'm going to read it and make sure I understand it, and that I'm not kind of not understanding or taking it out of context. So I'm going to read it and then I'm going to make some comments on it. Thought I canceled my real estate agent by telling him to take my house off the market and I'll contact him in the spring. Okay, I'm going to stop there. I assume, and I don't know for sure because I don't know anything about this case, I assume that there was an agency agreement. So this seller hired a real estate agent and signed a contract asking for that agent to help sell the house. Now, there are different types of agency agreements. The ones that are most common are what's called an exclusive agency agreement, meaning that that agent has exclusive authority, right, to help sell that house. Now, a misconception that some people and this person, whoever this anonymous member is, might have is if you sign a contract with someone saying, I need your help and I want your help from this point in time to this point in time, you can't simply just say, you know what, in the middle of it, or a day later, or a week later, or a month later, say, you know what, I just don't want that help anymore. You have a contract. So when you're signing stuff, and it says in the contract, if you don't know what you're talking about, you don't know what it is that you're signing, go to a lawyer and they will explain to you, or ask your agent or your broker, and they will explain to you. When you're in a contract and that contract says, I am going to help you from this day on this month to this day on this month, you are obligated to allow that person to sell your house. Reason for that is that person may have already spent money, may have paid for a photographer to go in and take care photos, may have paid for a stager in the staging. There's a whole set of things that this agent is doing to get that property on the market, including his or her time. So I thought I canceled my real estate agent by telling him to take my house off market. If you don't have a contract, then you can do that. There's no contract. If you have a contract, you need to go back to your contract and refer to the information that's in that contract, the dates and everything else that's in there. We do contracts for a reason. So let's assume that there's a contract. Let's assume it's an exclusive agency. Let's assume that there are dates in there. If that is the case, then that this seller is wrong. Our contract would have ended October 17th. Okay? So there is a contract. Today's July 11th. The contract is until October 17th. So she does not have the right to cancel by just simply calling the agent up and saying, cancel, I'll talk to you in the spring. But I said, take it off and I'll contact you next year to sell my property. Okay. But you're going to contract until October 17th. So you can try to cancel verbally. That's not going to work. And it's to avoid a bunch of other stuff that is kind of maybe what's happening in the rest of this message here. Come to find out that I get an offer from somebody I know that wants to buy my house. It's not listen anymore. It is listed because it's listed until October 17th. Until that agent says, you know what, I agree, and sends you something specifically that says, I am canceling this contract. I do not want to service it. You agree, I agree, we both agree this contract is now canceled. That is not the case. That agent still has a contract until October 17th. It's a personal friend that has nothing to do with the real estate agent. It never came to an open house or anything like that, and we took an offer from her for way lower than the asking price since it was off market. A price above what was asking, a price below what was asking makes no difference. It is still under contract with that agent until October 17th, unless that agent or broker because everything is with the broker, not specifically with the agent. The broker of that agent would have to had sent you something saying that they are terminating the contract. You are free to do what you want. If you did not get that, you're still under contract. I want to beat that so that people understand that. It was a personal friend. Again, it doesn't make a difference. The contract says you're hiring us to hire. You're hiring us to help you find somebody for that property, and anybody and everybody that comes to that property, whether it's somebody that we personally bring or not, is somebody that you are obligated to give us a commission for. The reason is, do we trust this person, this anonymous member? I mean, was it a friend? Did they know or did they not know because of this agent? How do we know that? Was it because of the pitches that this agent paid for? Was it because of the staging that this agent paid for? Was it because of the work that they put into MLS to have it all over the place? Maybe, maybe not. That is why the contracts are in place. This person is, there are certain scenarios in real estate that are in place to protect both sides. And people have to understand that if you're in a contract, you are in a contract. So now that a real estate agent is trying to come after me for commissions, and as far as I can see right now, they have full right to do that, and threatening a les pendens on my house, which is a lien. A contractor is not a les pending, really. Les pending is something else. They're threatening a mechanic's lien on the house. I never signed a form. Okay, it sounds like you said you signed a contract, so I'm not sure what form that is that you're referencing. I guess I need to sign a MLS PIN, which is my issue, because if I had seen that the form said a temporary removal and not a cancellation, I obviously would have questioned him and not signed it. So even if you canceled the information on MLS Pen, you still have a contract. The contract with the agent has nothing to do with MLS Pen. So you have a form that temporarily removes or cancels the listing off of MLS Pen, but you also have a contract, if you signed one, and it sounds like she did, she or he, did with the agent. Two separate things. But I was never given a form to sign at all. What form? A form for MLS or the contract? Do I have any recourse? It depends. The conversation would have to expand beyond what we're doing in this video. We'd have to have more information on what was signed, not signed, contract with broker, contract not with broker, MLS Pen. MLS Pen is just an advertising company. And there are certain forms that you need to fill out to do certain things on this MLS advertising pin company, MLS Pen. His or her first concern should be, is there a contract with this agent / broker? And if it is, how is it written? And what can I not do? Got to be careful, people out there. You got to understand what it is that you're signing. You can ask the agent while you're signing it, and if you don't understand it, then the agent can't explain it well enough for you to understand it, then you should talk to the broker of that brokerage or go to a real estate attorney and have them explain it. Between the three, the agent, the broker, and the the lawyer, they should be able to have explained this well enough to you so that you understand how that all works. Alright, so that's the video. I just kind of read this through and I was like, I had to kind of say something to try to educate people out there on how some of this stuff works. If you sign a contract, understand that contract and know that the agent is not required to back out of that contract until the end of that contract. And even then, there's a protection period in all of these that says after October 17th, in this case, there's a 30-day, 90-day, 180-day, 6-month protection period. If we brought somebody to your property at an open house, and we have proof that that person came to the open house and was because of the work that we did within that contract period from whenever to October 17th, and that person comes to you within that protection period, the day after October 17th, say October 18th, says wants to buy that house, that protection period protects that agent because that agent did work to procure that buyer. So understand that from date to date is what you're obligated to, and in addition to that, the protection period for anybody that was introduced to the property. Any questions, you can always call us. This person may be in trouble, and that agent and broker may have every right to do what they're doing to protect and compensate themselves for the work that they've already done. Mellow Properties, have a great day.